Friends, welcome back to watch my video on the journal of the first voyage of Vasco da Gama, 1497 to 1499, translated by E.G. Ravenstein in 1898 about the King of Calicut and its people in 15th century. This book gives the day-to-day activities of the explorer. I present the journal of the first 2 days of Vasco da Gama's arrival at the shores of India. Arrival. That night, May 20th, we anchored 2 leagues from the city of Calicut, and we did so because our pilot mistook Capua, a town at the place, for Calicut. Still further, there is another town called Pandarani. We anchored about a league and a half from the shore. After we were at anchor, 4 boats approached us from the land, who asked what nation we were. We told them, and they then pointed out Calicut to us. On the following day, May 21st, these same boats came again alongside when the Captain Major sent one of the convicts to Calicut, and those with whom he went took him to 2 Moors from Tunis who could speak Castilian and Genoese. The first greeting that he received was in these words, "May the devil take thee, what brought you hither?" They asked what he sought so far away from the home, and he told them, "We came in search of Christians and of spices." They said, "Why does not the King of Castile, the King of France, or the Signor of Venice send hither?" He said that the King of Portugal would not consent to their doing so, and they said he did the right thing. After this conversation, they took him to their lodgings and gave him wheat bread and honey. When he had eaten, he returned to the ships, accompanied by one of the Moors, who was so soon on board, and he said these words, a lucky venture, plenty of rubies, plenty of emeralds. You owe great thanks to the God for having been astonished to hear his talk, for we never expected to hear our language spoken so far away from Portugal." Now comes the description of Calicut. The city of Calicut is inhabited by Tamils. They are of a tawny complexion. Some of them have big beards and long hair, whilst others clip their hair short or shave the head, merely allowing a tuft to remain on the crown as a sign that they are Tamils. Also wear moustaches. They pierce the ears and wear much gold in them. They go naked down to the waist, covering their lower extremities with very fine cotton stuff. But it is only the most respectable who do this, for the others manage as best they are able. The women of this country, as a rule, are of small stature. They wear many jewels of gold round the neck, numerous bracelets on their arms, and rings set with precious stones on their toes. All those people are well disposed and apparently of mild temper. At first sight, they seem covetous and ignorant. The messengers sent to the king. When we arrived at Calicut, the king was 15 leagues away. Captain Major sent 2 men to him with a message, informing him that an ambassador had arrived from the King of Portugal with letters, and that if he desired, he would take them to where the king then was. The king presented the bearers of this message with a much fine cloth. He sent word to the captain bidding him welcome, saying that he was about to proceed to Calicut. As a matter of fact, he started at once with a large retinue. I will just stop here and will meet you soon with the next video that depicts the audience of Vasco da Gama with King of Calicut. Until then, thank you with wishes.